In this video, you're going to learn how to become an elite level hitter. So by the end of this video, you should have a good idea of how to develop confidence, build yourself an elite swing, and have a routine that's going to help you build off of that moving forward. Just so I'm not wasting anyone's time, this is only meant for people who are willing to take their game to the next level. If this isn't 100% something for you, I suggest you take a look at some of my other content that I have on my social media platforms and see how those could help you. Because what I'm about to show you is only meant for people who are going to work their butts off and are willing to invest in themselves. I've worked with thousands of hitters, and with making mistakes early on in my coaching career, I've now figured out through these years how to actually help hitters improve at a rapid rate. Addie Wold went from being consistently late and not on time with any pitch to just a few weeks later of working with me, she hit an opposite field home run, something that she herself would say would never have been capable of doing before working with me. It didn't just work for her though, it worked too for Jacob Ramirez. Jacob Ramirez had the confidence, but he just didn't know the mechanics of his swing. And after working with him, we figured out a very good game plan of how to create those steps so he knows exactly what he needs to do for his swing to feel. And lastly, it's worked for Greta too. Greta is a top 50 softball player in the entire nation. The biggest key for Greta was making sure that she can find a routine. The biggest thing for her was finding a routine that suited her, not just a coach, but suited her the best to make her feel like the best hitter she could be. You might be asking yourself, why the heck am I doing this? I'm really passionate about helping others because I failed myself as a hitter. I struggled with these three big things all the way through my playing career, and I didn't know how exactly to attack them. So now that since my playing career is done, I want to make sure that I can help hitters from avoiding that same thing. So how can I exactly master these three things? That's the tricky thing. Each hitter is totally entirely different. So that's where my job comes in. And that's why I actually view myself as a guide, not a coach. I'm here to guide you to find those three things for yourself so you can help coach yourself too. So let me dive into my first example, Addie, just a little bit. Like I said at the beginning, she was completely unconfident, was just unsure of what her swing needed to be. She had a lot of coaches in her ear telling her this is the way to do something, this is the way to do something. And when that happens, we start overthinking. We start thinking about 7 different things instead of one thing. And when you're doing that at the plate, it becomes an impossible place for you to succeed. So we broke it down to a basic level and found the exact cues that helped her become confident. And finding your confidence is a lot harder than just saying, hey, be confident. In order for you to be confident, you have to practice one thing over and over and really trust that one thing and learning how to trust that one thing. We found her one area that we needed to trust, and we kept driving that home on every practice in every single accountability meeting. This is what Addie had to say after working with me.
I would say my confidence was very low to begin with. I'll just say that because I'd been in a slump for so long. Like, people get in like hitting slumps, but my slump was far too long. Like I was so done with it. But now, like just watching this weekend, I just like watched, like I just felt the confidence in my body too. And I felt it like in my head. I was like, I'm doing good. Like it's very much different. I will say that. It's very much higher than it was when I first started.
Now on to my second example, Jacob. Jacob is just a young hitter, like most hitters out there. Just didn't know really the basics of what he should be doing. And again, he had coaches in his ear telling him this is the thing to do, that is the thing to do. So he wasn't even sure what his swing was. This happens to hundreds of hitters. They aren't sure what their own swing feels like because they're only listening to what coaches are saying. I made sure we could get Jacob into the strongest position possible while he still felt confident, comfortable, and athletic. We found a couple different cues that helped him get to those spots, and then we just rocked and rolled from there. Now for my last example with Greta. Greta has always been amazingly talented, and I will be the last person to take any credit for that. But Greta, even as talented as she was, she lacked routine. She didn't exactly know what she needed to be doing mentally and physically before every game to get herself feeling like the best hitter she could be. And through diving into certain ways that she responded to coaching, and also through finding drills that made her feel the strongest, we found the perfect pregame routine that worked for her. But we didn't just use that for pregame, we also used this for practices, making each practice feel like the game. This way, by making the practices feel like the games didn't feel so hard. After just a couple weeks of working with me, Greta went on to hit 5 home runs in a single weekend. Dog. Big dog. So if you're a hardworking hitter who's hungry to improve, but still needs a little bit of direction, go ahead and book a call with me down below. Again, I only want people who are 100% invested and are ready to commit when they book that call with me. If this is something you don't think is for you, I suggest go to my profile and just check out some of the free videos that can help you out. But if you need help implementing these 3 things into your game, please book that call. And look, I know it's not easy to become a better hitter. The road is tough, but that's why I want these hardworking individuals. I know if we match your hard work with my guidance, we can reach dreams you never thought were even possible. So if this seems like the perfect fit for you, please book that call, and I'm excited to talk to you.